Hey guys, so this is going to be a video about marriage. You know, that thing your parents used to be in before you were born? And in particular, why marriage might not be the best idea. As a perpetually single person, I've always been a little cynical about marriage. I think for a lot of us, we view that marriage is something inevitable. That's something you expect and hope to happen in the future. Heck, some of you watching might already be married. However, for me, when I think of marriage, I seem to be only able to see all the ways it can go wrong. Like, what happens if you find this perfect girl? You get married and everything's great, but down the road you start noticing that she isn't paying much attention to you. Next thing you know, she's off with someone else, and you find yourself sad and alone, with the only thing you're thinking about is whether or not to find me. Anyways, those are just some of my personal fears about marriage. For this video, I want to provide you guys with scientific evidence for why marriage is not the best idea. Specifically, it's called the widowhood effect. The widowhood effect is a psychological phenomenon which shows that widowed people consistently score lower on tests of psychological well-being. Now, of course, that seems obvious. Losing a partner is expected to depress anyone. What's unexpected about the widowhood effect is that between men and women, widowed men show a much higher level of depression, while its effects for women are less significant. Additionally, it's also been found that widowed men have a much higher risk of mortality compared to women. The overall cause for this difference are due to a number of reasons. Researchers hypothesize that it's because A. Men are more likely to get remarried compared to women. B. Widowhood is strongly associated with poor health for men. C. Widowed men find domestic tasks much more distressing. And D. Widowhood reduces social interaction and social support for men. However, I find these reasons to be very insulting. Researchers are saying that males are so inept at the basic functions of life that without a female partner we cannot take care of ourselves. And I know this to be false, as I can prove from personal experience that young males are very well equipped at life. For example, this past year at university, I've learned how to cook the difficult dish known as frozen pizza. I also have a lot of friends who would help me if I ever needed it. And who cares if they only know how to speak Russian? That never stopped us in CSGO. So screw you, Gerontological Society of America. Ultimately, what this tells me about marriage is that it's a lifelong commitment that will end up killing you. Marriage makes you so useless at living independently that without your spouse, you basically lose the will to live. On top of that, the widowhood effect also shows that as a man, you're more vulnerable to emotional distress. However, even so, I guess when you really think about it, although marriage may end up killing you, hopefully it also gives you something so special that living without it is unbearable. So maybe the message of this video is that marriage isn't good or bad, but rather if you do find someone special, love them for as much as you can and for as long as you can, because nothing in this world is permanent.